What up? What up? What up, boys? What's poppin'? We just setting up real quick, so give me a couple minutes, per usual. Where are the ops at? Where are the motherfucking ops at? Where are the motherfucking ops at? I'm playing. Shout out to Dundaughter. Shout out Tyler Betts. Shout out Bloodhound. What's poppin', Tony M? What's poppin', Space Kid? What's poppin', Jew? Good to see all you boys in here. What kind of plain teas do you buy? I prefer the Calvin Kleins. I'll buy like a 4 pack of Calvin Klein's Bloodhound. My man. Go cop yourself some white teas, homie. You won't regret it. I also got like a white tee from Lululemon. Shit, people like in my family, they know I just rock white tees by now. So like on Christmas, I'll just get like 3 new white tees. Like from various fucking like apparel stores, like, Forever 21, H&M and shit like that. That's what I get at Nordstrom Rack. Yeah, facts. We on the same tip, homie. Space Kid says, bro was heated last stream. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Fucking piss me off again, motherfuckers. Piss me off again. I'm ready for it. But shout out to Space Kid. Shout out my man Space Kid. And it's just like a special shout to all the members. A special shout to all the members. Real quick. You know what I mean? Real quick. Special shout to all the members. If you're not a member, but you a big bag dropper, shout out to you too, because now I'm starting to realize, and I got discernment. Some people who aren't membies, right? I know you straight fuck with me, so don't get it twisted. If you straight fuck with me, okay, just know I know it. But a lot of those non-membies who be in here every day, you feel me? It ain't gonna be the same. I might be getting a bit jaded. But it ain't gonna be the same. It ain't gonna be the same. I know who really fuck with me, and some of you guys don't really. Let's call the spade. Let's call the spade. Some of you guys don't really. And so my humility and my niceness, it's more dedicated to the real supporters. If you're not a real supporter, you don't get that from me anymore. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm jaded today. Maybe this is to stay. But let me put it like this. If you somebody, and again, if you a real one and you not a member, okay, I ain't talking to you. See, Tyler Betts drops the 100. I ain't talking to Tyler Betts. Let's keep it a buck right now. I ain't talking to Tyler Betts. So Tyler Betts, this don't really apply to you, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You can't shell out for me 44 cents a day. I mean, really, really, your favorite MMA content creator can't shell out 44 cents a day just to support off the strength. You know what I mean? I did the math, $6.99 for that Memby, 44 cents a day. You probably one of the people who I gotta beg to like my streams too. I'm just starting to realize. Because I know there's more than, 25 people who be popping in and out day after day. But you guys make me scramble for them 25 likes, don't you? You guys know the deal. So I'm just saying, the real supporters, thank you. I now recognize the real, true supporters. All right, I'll be right back though. Shout out to all the boys. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. It's actually crazy. But I just started to realize. That them boys who don't shell out 44 cents a stream for me is just crazy work. Uh that math ain't math and it's so funny. It's so funny. Shout out Kevin from Chicago. Let's pop off. We about to pop off. We might have just popped off. Okay. Anyway, um, that might have been peak entertainment for the day. We might have already reached peak entertainment of the day. But anyway, I mean, you guys see the title. I only got one story for you, really. So, but we could do some other shit too. We could do some other shit too. But most, you know, biggest story of the day: Ariel Helwani, Sean Strickland going back and forth. Oh, Bloodhound with a little message from the member saying, "We know who the real phonies be. We know, homie. They kind of exposed themselves last night." So Bo goes, "Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night, buddy. Have a good stream. Peace out, Soda Pop." It's a good title. I love shitting on notes, calling us Ariel Krywani. They censored Strickland over a joke. Yeah, they did. Isn't that crazy, Kevin? Like it's not even a bad joke. He's basically just saying like, APAC's run by Jews. So like, he looks like a member of APAC. He got a big nose. What's the big deal? What in the world? That's like the softest shit ever. Okay. Oh, Juice says what happened last night. I mean, you guys want me to hash out last night or something? I got a little bit of a take. It's just like, bro, last night, Perfecto, it's just is his bitch ass gonna be in here again tonight? It's so funny that I got these beefs with my fucking viewers. But anyway, it's gonna happen like this. We're gonna talk about it right now. Because it's just so goofy to me. Like, okay, we're hyping it all up. We're hyping up Buck versus Brady. But it's like, I don't know. I think some of you guys in the chat are just like dumber than you lead on. And you guys know who I'm talking to. I'm not gonna fucking, if I'm not talking to you, if you know what I mean, like who I'm talking to, and who I'm not talking to. If you felt a little insecure when I said, "Oh shit, a couple homies in the chat kind of dumb," yeah, I'm probably talking about you. You feel me? Now, if you're somebody who's in the chat and you're laughing about that, well, the shit, I'm not talking about you. But it's like, uh, Perfecto and all the coming in here after the fight. It's like, bro, you gonna celebrate that shit? That shit directly affects me. That's my boy, Joaquin. Okay. If he had won, we would be having a post-fight interview on the channel going viral, creating more content for the community. Is that and this dude's coming in chat, coming in celebrating, rubbing in my face. Of course I'm gonna be pissed. Of course I'm gonna be pissed. And carrying it on day after day, like day after day, carrying it on day after day. Like if Joaquin would have beat Brady, I would have been completely chill with it. You think I would have come on here and rub it in each individual's face? But it's like Perfecto coming in, like it's like, bro, shut the fuck up. We don't even want to talk about that. And then we got Cupcake. Then we got Cupcake trying to rage bait me. And this just a funny one. I was actually thinking about this when I got off stream last night. We got Cupcake trying to rage bait me about Hamzat being dense, being big boned. Cupcake, by your name, by definition, you don't know shit about density or big bones. You a cupcake. Cupcake. Cupcakes are soft. So what the fuck is a cupcake telling me about density about? You know what I mean? But he's trying to troll me like, oh, Hamzat gets way bigger. And he was being goofy too. And it's just like, bro, I thought you actually fucked with me. I guess you don't. I guess some of you guys are just goofballs, you know? And then I think about it, it's like never donated, you know what I mean? Never fucking copped a membership, right? And I just start doing the math. I'm like, I'm probably gotta beg you for, you're probably the one I'm begging for likes too. You know, you're probably the one I'm begging for likes too. So that should just rub me the wrong way because I embrace the chat. You know, I always show love to everybody in the chat. And then it's just funny to me that I actually get like some everyday viewers for like months, maybe almost a year now. And like they were actually low key mad that I was like rooting for Joaquin so heavily. It's like, bro, you don't realize that I'm rooting for Joaquin because we get the interviews. That's my fucking man's. Like, what the fuck? The fuck? Makes no sense. Oh no, Jay, you crashing out on the viewers LMA. Yeah, we crashing out. Nah, Cupcake did drop that 51 time when Tuxedo called him out. Okay, fine. Then we'll leave Cupcake alone. But Cupcake was being super fucking, you know, really not chill yesterday. I'm gonna be real. You know, Cupcake, I always thought Cupcake was chill, always says nice things to me. You know, talking about God, saying, Jacob, you're engraced with God, and all this stuff. Cupcake, I thought was a real one. I thought he switched up on me last night, though. You know, with that whole Hamzat thing, rage baiting me. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Shout out Kevin from Chicago for dropping some sparkles. Yeah, Drew, that's some good ball knowledge right there. I can't lie. You know, but definitely with Cupcake, I was like, damn, I was put off. That Cupcake shocked me the most out of anyone, if I could be real about that. You know, Cupcake shocked me the most out of anybody. I was like, damn, I thought Cupcake really fucked me. Why do you guys think I've been thrown for a loop? Why do you think I'm over here fucking, you know, saying what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I thought Cupcake fucked with me and he doesn't? That's crazy. Shit, maybe he does. I don't know. Do you think MMA Joy will start training MMA and fight Strickland to avenge Hamzat? Yeah, what's going on with that in the MMA community? Like this whole like crybaby shit. If like your guy loses, like I know I'm doing that with Joaquin right now, but like Joey doesn't do interviews with Sean Strickland. What does he care about? And he doesn't do interviews with Hamza. So what does he care about it? You know, that's actually goofy. Okay, let's talk about Buck versus Brady. Soda Pop, what you want to say about Buck versus Brady? Let me know. You're the person I want to know about with Buck versus Brady. I'm actually down to talk about it with you. And anybody who wants to be chill about it. Oh, Franklin, by the way, Franklin dropped $50, 225 donos in last night's stream on the replay. Okay, that's how much Franklin fucks with me. Thank you very much, Franklin, for dropping those two $25 donos. You a real one, homie. You a fucking real one. Franklin says, no, it's a big fight. We lost the small bag tonight, getting paid tomorrow. Again, Wednesday, even more. My man, Franklin. Franklin sharing his big bag with me. That's, you know, super appreciated. Soda Pop says, I think Buck didn't respect Brady and watched zero tape because Brady literally got takedowns the way I said he would. I'm an average Joe and knew how Brady would get him down. I said only way Brady gets him down is if he catches kicks or gets Bucks back to the cage. In the open, I said Buck would defend takedowns easy, and he did in the first 30 seconds. Yeah, he did. He did. Soda Pop, to some degree, we're on the same tip. I mean, I didn't do as much research on Brady and the style matchup like that, but I've had to come out and say too, you know, clearly Joaquin has to just work on the wrestling more. I'll even say it in a more simple, basic term, right? Soda Pop. You saw how Joshua Van handled that grappling with Tatsuro Taira. You saw that, right? Now, Joaquin and even Sean Strickland and Hamzat to some degree, right? Joaquin, I think he even looked clunky on the feet because he was worried about the takedowns. Now, I would have to tell him this. You know, I would tell him this. If he sees this, I would tell him this to his face. But I think that's why, to me, I really believe he needs to start working more on that takedown defense because I think it even affected his stand-up, Soda Pop. Versus with Strickland and Joshua Van, they are so confident in their ability to get up and also defend takedowns that their stand-up doesn't look clunky at any point in the fight. You know, Joaquin's stand-up did look clunky out of, you know, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to call it fear, but, you know, worry of getting taken down. Spacey says Franklin only drops big banks. Yeah, call him Big Bank. Call Franklin Big Bank while you're at it. What was he working with what was he working on with Usman? You know, the thing is, Space Kid, um, to really get evolution in your training, you cannot go train with somebody for the weekend. And I know we might have made a big deal about it on the channel, but the truth is that, you know, Joaquin with Usman, it was a weekend's worth of training, maybe a couple days, you know, maybe one training session, who knows? But like, it's just, that's not how you get better, by spending one day with a world-class athlete. You know, you get better by rounds on rounds on rounds with a world-class athlete. You know, add an S to athletes, right? Rounds on rounds on rounds with world-class athletes. Visiting Usman for the weekend was never going to give him this crazy jump. It could have given him a couple pointers, but like, the big jump is going to come. You guys seen the footage coming out from Strickland? I mean, a lot of the people he wrestles with for this camp are posting footage now. You know, Strickland was wrestling with D1 guys in college for Hamzat. Now I know, right? It's a championship bout. Sean Strickland got more money than Joaquin. He could bring in guys. He lives in Vegas. He's more centralized. But hey, Sean Brady not from Vegas. He from Cali. He from the IE, Inland Empire. Joaquin, he from STL. He has a dream. He wants to make something happen for himself in his hometown. You know, and I'm just saying, you got to weigh it all out for yourself, right? Do you want to come to Vegas and have access to the PI and D1 wrestlers that can come there and train versus in STL, where you're a bit more, you know, out there in the weeds? Something you might want to consider. I'm just saying, you know, it's all constructive criticism. And Joaquin knows I fucking love him. I was rooting for him. I'm still riding for him. But I'm going to keep it a buck. You know, I'm going to keep it a buck. MA Joy won't even hit the treadmill. Space Kiss says, are you at Aiden's next brand risk under the Chud card? No, not necessarily. I mean, should I get a fight on Aiden's brand risk? I don't know how. I'd love to fight on one of those cards. Wasn't Franklin the one who found this stream from Ronin MMA stream? Question mark. Gabe, is that the case? I don't know how I don't know how Franklin found my stream. Let us know. What was he work? I read that one. Franklin says, sorry, now I'm behind on chats, but fuck it. It's better off when it gets backed up anyway. Franklin says, you have the best calls on bar minimum. Or no, wait, you have the best calls, bare minimum. Brady Buck was lit. Shout out to Franklin. Thank you, homie. Thank you. I've been cooking. I was cooking last week. Last week was an insane cook session. If I would have put money on those bets, we would have been rich today. Josh Van, Sean Strickland, parlay that shit. I was the one who shouted you out on Ronin MMA stream, so I'm actually the catalyst of you getting that 50. Well, Gabe, thank you, homie. Thank you. Thank you, Gabe. Much love to you, Gabe. Soda Pop says, I'm not upset about Buck not getting up because Brady's top game is crazy good. I agree. I agree, Soda Pop. Best top game in the UFC right now, I'll say that. Yeah. But Brady's takedowns aren't good. He shouldn't be getting Buck down. I would have to agree. I think we all agree. I think Brady did good at staying out of his boxing range too. Yeah, Brady had a few tricks up his sleeve, the left hook and shit. He was flexing that left hook crazy against Joaquin. See, it's like, if you guys want to come in and talk about the fight like this, I'm chill with it. You know, but I'm telling you guys, go watch last night's stream. This is what I was kind of like speaking about earlier. I got day one people in the stream coming in last night or yesterday, like aggressively attacking me over Joaquin's loss. And it's just like, dude, what the fuck? But all the, you know what I mean? Like, as if I'm not open to having a real conversation. And that's the thing that irritated me too, is that I hate it when I have a real conversation and then I feel like I'm talking to an Instagram comment section, you know? And I get it, you know, it's the internet, but I feel like I've cultivated quite a chat to where I don't have to feel like I'm talking to the Instagram comment section. That's part of the reason why I like doing the live streams, because I'd be reading stupid ass comments on Instagram and I got a million things to say about it, you know? So it's like I like being on here, but not if it's got to be a whole fucking Instagram comment section glorifying, Sean Brady beating Joaquin. Because at the end of the day, too, it's like Sean Brady beating Joaquin. It's still goofy as fuck. It's still goofy as fuck. Space LOL. You cool protecting Perfecto. I feel he needs protection. Yeah, he probably does. Big Bang Frank. Shout out. Yeah, he said it was 4 days or something. It's just not enough time. You know what I mean, Jew? Just not enough time. MMA Joy said he would beat Strickland in a fight. I told him I agree with him and that he should fight Strickland. Yeah, again, I don't. It's kind of goofy that like he rides for Strickland so hard, and he doesn't even get any interviews, or he rides for Hamzat so hard, and he doesn't get any interviews or anything out of it. Gabe, I got gifted by the algorithms. No clue how I even heard of Perry. Oh no, no clue how I haven't heard of Perry years ago. Been way more rich. Shit, shout out to Franklin. I've been doing this for years, but I noticed I was like, I ain't getting too much traction interviewing fighters only. I need to start making a name for myself. What Buck's camp like? I think he spends a lot of time at the STL Boxing Academy, Space Kid. I don't know what jiu-jitsu gym he trains at, Space Kid. I don't. And that's somewhat alarming, right? What jiu-jitsu gym does he train? I think he spends time at jiu-jitsu gyms periodically, but he doesn't keep it a part of his normal daily training routine. But gotta travel more and get that training other places. Honestly, if you want a real, I already kind of said it one time, but I'll say it again. If you want a real, if you from a homie, I'm trying to be a homie here. If you don't agree with me, Joaquin, then you don't agree with me. I don't. It's all good. You know what I mean? But from a homie, like somebody who wants the best for you only, it's like I know you want to build up a home thing in St. Louis, and you got a lot of family there, and your family needs you there. I understand that, but maybe just consider traveling out of town for 3 months for fight camps. I'm not saying go live somewhere else, you know, but if you can spend 3 months in Vegas, and if you got the resources for it, then I would do that in the future, and then grace yourself with the rest of the UFC MMA community out there and start training with them. Start getting that good work, Start comparing your skills to theirs. Start taking some ass beatings and evolving, and then, turning the tables. Come into a new gym, right? Be the punching bag, and then become the fucking puncher, essentially. Happens everywhere you go, but that's how you evolve, That's really how you evolve. You go in, right? You are not privy to all these new tricks of the trade of these fighters and this fighter, and they're catching you. They're getting you, But you're taking notes. You're showing up every day, and eventually, 2, 3, 4, 6 months down the line, it's not going to take long for Joaquin. He's a great fighter. But it's like a couple months down the line, you make these adjustments. Are they still beating you? No. Now you actually beaten them. And so that's how you evolve, man. That's how you evolve. I learned stuff about nutrition and stuff like that, which is a passion of mine. Like every day, every day I learn something new. All the time I'm learning something new. And I think MMA's got to be the same thing. You got to keep learning new tricks. You got to be in tune with what the community is doing. What's hot, what's not. And in Vegas, you're going to get that. Go train at 10th Planet in Vegas. You're going to get a lot of that. You're going to get a lot of that. I mentioned Perry's name in Ronan's chat, and someone from his chat joined this chat, but I forgot who. Shout out to Gabe. Thank you, Gabe, for doing that. Feel bad for the guy that Buck fights next. Yeah. We're going to get a good dub. Shout out James Steele. Got you, Gabe. I've definitely been in Ronan's. Tyler Bet says, keeping it a buck with Buck. Yeah, we got to keep it a buck. Juice says, Buck got to visit ATT's, AKAs of the world. I mean, go spend time with DC and his new team. That'd be great, bro. Gabe says, Lost Soul said that Strickland would beat Prime DC. Thoughts on that? Nah. Prime DC? Bro, Prime DC was a force to be reckoned with. Juice says, Gabe said I need my credit. Yeah, Gabe needs his credit. Who joined the stream from Gabe? Let yourself be known now. Franklin says, I'm chief for real. You chief, homie. You fucking chief. You and Tux. Space Kid goes, what the fuck? I didn't even realize you were cooking on pics. I thought you were delusional. Honestly, Space Kid, I thought I was delusional too, homie. I thought I was delusional too. But got cucked, unfortunately. Fair enough. Fair enough. Shout out Kevin. Best top game in UFC is crazy. Brady does got the best top in UFC. Word on the street. He gives the best top. I do deserve some credit. I've been mentioning Perry's name in every chat I've been in. Gabe, that's real. That's real, homie. Thank you. And keep doing it. Keep doing it, bro. That's what we need. We need more word of mouth spreading, you know. Spread the channel, word of mouth. Let them know. Let them know. I'm confident. I'm confident. You know, I got the best takes. I really got the best takes. I got the best work ethic. I got the best, what else I got? Best takes, best work ethic, best picks. I got it all. The ego is crazy, I know. But let me pop it for the one time. I know it to be true. I know it to be true. I know it to be true. And I like Ronan. But you know, Ronan, he does something good. He makes good videos. I wouldn't say I'm better than Ronan at making videos. But at live streaming, I'm better. Best top game in the UFC is crazy. Hey, Jew, by the way, just a side note, or anybody who follows No Jumper, anyone see that Spody face pulled up on Doughboy? Spody face pulled up on Doughboy, calling him out to a boxing match. Best top game in UFC is definitely Tracy Cortez. Fucking Tracy, bro. Honestly, what do you think about Polyana Viana? Useless says, sup, bro? What up, homie? Evelyn has the best top game, says Castro. Bro, speaking of that bitch, her fire alarm keeps going off. It's gone off like 3 times in like the last 45 minutes. Okay. We're all soldiers here. Kevin, number 1 soldier, though. Honestly, Franklin, you might be number 1 soldier, homie. I don't know. Ariel spiraling, I love to see it. Yes. Def, his next opponent is done. Joaquin genuinely needs his next win. Brady, the welterweight Habib. Bro, I hate Brady so much, bro. It's not even funny. And I don't hate all fighters, but it's just like Brady, bro. He pissed me the fuck off. Perry's disciples. Shout out to all the disciples. The Church of Perry. That's one of the greatest names ever. Prime DC LOL, no, he's almost the ultimate cancer fighter other than John Jones, or if you want to argue Connor. Oh yeah, DC's a cancer? No way. Makes sense. Yeah, no way Sean beats Prime DC. Connor's also one of the mega cancer fighters. Wait, John Jones is a cancer as well? Did not know that. I'm a cancer too. I guess it runs in the family. I really don't pay much attention to the zodiacs, but I like when Franklin gives a little context. Ronan, good at chat too, though. Okay. Shit, Space Kid just sent a gift. Thank you, homie. What did Space Kid send? How can I see that? Oh, some jewels. Thank you, Space Kid. Much appreciated, homie. Space Kid Kevin dropping some jewels, my man. Oh, Juice says, LOL, bro, I was checking that out, but your shit came on, so I said I'm gonna watch it later. But you see that shit about Wack and Blueface not paying that trainer for the brand risk fight? Oh, shit, did they not pay the trainer? Why not? You mean Kaminsky? Don't tell me Blueface skipped out on paying Kaminsky. I mean, Kaminsky seems like he's not the best trainer, but why would he skimp out on that? And yeah, I want to see that Spody face and Doughboy fade. Evelyn, don't change the batteries in her smoke detector. Bro, that bitch doesn't even like know how to cook, it seems like. That smoke detector goes off all the time, like every time she cooks. It's like, lady, turn on the vent fan on the microwave, open up the windows, get a little cross breeze going, or just like, cook without the smoke. I mean, like, I cook without the smoke all the time. How the fuck you smoking shit? She literally burning shit. That's the only way it's the only way the smoke alarm goes off. You ever have a smoke alarm go off because you steaming fucking vegetables or cooking rice? It doesn't go off because you steaming shit. Not that anyone said that. I'm just saying this bitch burns everything. She probably heard all that. What's funny is we haven't even got into the Ariel thing yet, but that's okay. That's the only story I got for you. So I'll chop it up with chat for a hot minute. Polyana fire for real. Yeah. Um. Franklin says, "Oh right, I thought about that today. You don't even have to make videos. Ronan is good at chat too, though. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I just basically make videos off the live streams. Videos is not my specialty. Interviewing and live streaming, reactions or like breakdowns of topics is more my specialty. But I'm not really. I mean, I'll do it, but again, I'll do it my style. Ronan is very good at the editing and like the background music. I love his background music. That's not me though. Franklin says, "Oh no, I hate Brady more. Scorpio to Scorpio trust." Yeah, man. It's like, bro, I really don't like Brady. I really don't like the guy. Really don't like the guy. I really want to go watch his post fight interview and just hear the shade he's throwing at Joaquin, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. Fuck him. Fuck him. Yo, apparently the gay ass astrology guy. Sorry. No, no, it's all good, Franklin. Don't worry about it. I actually enjoy it. I use it for betting astrology. Shit. It seems to be working out for you, homie. So maybe I'm not the one who's put on game. My brother focuses a lot on astrology too, and he's pretty smart. Honestly, I wouldn't necessarily doubt it fully. I've kind of always minimized it. If I could be real, I always minimize that shit. But honestly, you might be onto something, Franklin. I kind of just got used to minimizing astrology, but the more you've been in chat, I kind of like, I'm open to the idea. Your astrology pilling me. All the no jumper names sound goofy, no lies. Spody face, Moose Man, Doughboy. Hey, I kind of got that same thing going over here though. No, I got MTK. We got DJ MTK. We got I Am Saturday. Like all nicknames. I didn't even intend for it to be that way. No smoke, no smoke. Evelyn don't want it. Oh yeah. Oh my god. I was about to say more lyrics and I forgot it, and then that just went to shit. So we're gonna leave it alone. Um, how does the rest of that go though? Now I'm determined. We can't go on go. Won't leave my mama lonely. Something like that. That's what I was trying to do, and then I just stuttered over it. But I fixed it. Uh, because apparently Wack is a horrible businessman, and he ran up a hotel and flight bill on Aiden Ross, and also were acting dumb after the fight, so Aiden don't want to pay them, so they can't pay Jeff. Oh, Aiden really didn't end up paying them? I thought he was gonna pay. Oh, I know what happened though. I know what happened actually. I guess Whack. So Whack paid Blue his money, his purse. And then Aiden is supposed to pay Whack, but I guess Aiden final say he goes, "No, fuck you, Whack." Well, I mean, I don't know. If all that's true, it sounds like Whack was trying to uh live off of Aiden Ross's dime. So it seems like he got more than paid, you know? Ran up a hotel flight, ran up a hotel flight bill. Like, come on. Hotel and flight bill. That's a lot. He probably asked for first class. Probably got a bunch of hors d'oeuvres on the flight. What do you think about Whack 100's diaper company? Whack 100 seems like he lies a lot. Also, apparently, Blueface caused hella damage to the gym, but instead of paying the trainer to get that out the way, they've been lying to him, so the trainer's suing Whack. Damn. Yeah, the trainer's suing Whack, huh? Shit, Blue got his money though. Blue, I feel like Blue could pay Kaminsky. Word on the street, Whack paid Blue in full. Word on the street, Whack paid Blue in full. And then Whack was saying, like, you know, it's my job to get the money from Aiden, but I'm gonna pay my client in full. So it's like, Blue, you got that money, bro. Give it to your boy Kaminsky. Space Kid says, yeah, him calling Buck loud was playing through my head the whole fight. It's just like, fuck you, Brady. Wish he could have got his get back. Fuck you, Brady. I got my ticket to Philly. I got my ticket to Philly. I ain't letting you guys know what day I'm flying in there, but we flying in to jump Brady's bitch ass, bro. We ain't done with him yet. We ain't fucking done with Brady. We ain't fucking done with him. We ain't fucking done with him. I ain't going fucking nowhere till we jump Brady's bitch ass. Ticket to Philly already booked. I ain't telling you guys the day. Multiple times I've heard of these guys not paying up. I think Whack 100, you know, he too big of a gangster, you know. He a gangster trying to be a businessman. I don't know. Whack confuses the fuck out of me. Tony, you a no jumper lore advocate as well? You like the no jumper lore or what? How do you cause damage to a gym? How do you? It sounds like he's just building a case against Blueface. Franklin says Sterling Leo beat Virgo Zalal. Protez Leo beat Virgo JDM. Just bad matchup overall for Virgo. Too shy. Damn, is Joaquin a Virgo? Is that the deal? Joaquin was acting shy all week, wasn't he? Juice says only 12K too, nothing to a guy like Whack or Blue. It must be personal with Kaminsky. They must like, I don't know. They must be talking amongst each other like, nah, we not paying Kaminsky. He trained you like shit, bro. That was dog shit. He didn't do nothing. That's weird. Franklin says shy / not dominant enough Virgos. Interesting. Sean Space Kid, thank you for the jewels, homie. Much appreciated, big dog. And they are signs right next to each other, almost a lock unless that Virgo really that hard, which is rare. Oh, Buckley Taurus, LOL. No, he's known for being stubborn, stuck in his ways. Oh, I think Buck might be stubborn and stuck in his ways. With all love to Buck, with all love to Buck. Stubborn and stuck in his ways. See what I mean? It's like Franklin literally be astrology pilling me. The more he like explains it, I'm like, are these coincidence or what? Tony says, haven't been listening up on No Jumper. I used to be more into the No Jumper lore back XXX days. Oh shit, okay. That's kind of how I became a fan of Adam. I'm not really a fan of Adam. I just like listening to his podcasting. I think he's a pretty good podcaster, minus letting his wife get fucked. You know? But yeah, X got me into No Jumper, to be honest with you. Used to be a big X fan. Me and my homies and shit. Deshaun says, bro, UFC is gonna be Piper versus Kaio, Brady versus Protez, and Sabatini versus Gene Silva. Philly is running the fade on the fighting nerds. No cap, bro. No cap, Deshaun. Congrats on the win last night, homie. Sabatini versus Gene Silva. I don't want to shit on your day because I know you're having fun. So I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it. But can I just be real? I let you have it for a few seconds, Deshaun. Now let me just be real again. I don't think the fight's gonna get booked, and if it did get booked, yikes for Sabatini. But much love to Sabatini. Brady versus Protez. Please book that as soon as possible. We need to just starch Brady. We need to starch the guy. The guy's a racist. The guy is a walking racist. You know what I mean? Bro, UFC 330 is gonna be Piper versus Kaio. I like Piper versus Kaio actually. I like that. Juice says, I guess the trainer said Blueface had 20 girls in the gym and fucked up the floor and boxing ring. Also because Blueface challenged a dude in the gym and that dude ended up stabbing heavy bags. Oh my gosh. Why does that sound exactly like Blueface though? Like I believe all of that. I believe all of that. This is why I don't fuck with people, bro. This is why I don't fuck with people. It's like, bro, you fuck with people and it's just like like fucking this type of shit, you know? Like on all sides. Like on Kaminsky's side, but more so Kaminsky. I don't know. Jew, what you think? Are we on like Kaminsky's side or Blueface side? I don't know. Kaminsky seems like he's getting fucked over, but I still don't like him bitching and moaning. If I could just say that. He seems like he's getting fucked over, but I don't even like him bitching and moaning. Always liked Rico Reckless on No Jumper. Yeah, I like Rico Reckless. Space Kiss says, when do you think 300K is going to be the new fight bonus? What is it, 100K now, right? How long it take for them to double that shit? Took them like however many years the UFC's been around. So I'd say I'd say you gotta double it. Whatever it took for to go from 50 to 100, bro, you're gonna have to double that time frame. So if it took 30 years, it's probably gonna take 60 years to get to 300. I'm gonna be 99 years old when the first fighter in UFC history gets a 300K bonus. And I'm gonna live till that day. I'm gonna live to see that day. Watch this clip just fucking pop up 30 or 60 years from now. And I'm 99 years old, seeing somebody get paid 300K from the UFC for the first time. That'd be insane. No, years and years. Franklin, what you saying with the years and years thing? Thank you for the jewels, Jew. Much appreciated, homie. Much appreciated. I just noticed that in live chat, I can't tell who's a member. Okay. Um, just Google your birthday astrology. Yeah, I think I found out about Adam 22 during the X days. That's what popped him off, bro. Shout out to you again, sending some more jewels and shit. Much appreciated, homie. Franklin says, you got the Connor confidence. You don't see it? No, I see it. I see it. Not saying everybody is the same at all. No, I feel you. You know, me and Connor have the same exact birthday, Franklin. Oddly enough. July 14th. Two legends were born. Two MMA legends were born that day. Philly versus Fighting Nerds. Run it up. People born at different times through the day, which adds to the elements of the B-Day. Oh. Okay. I got you. Tony says Arnold Allen interview question mark maybe. Honestly, I could reach out to Arnold. I'll try to remember that. If I remember that in the morning, I'll reach out to him. Guess my astrology sign, Franklin. No Diddy. Let's see it. Juices, I think I'm on Jeff's side. He seems like he's more of the professional here. Those dudes apparently just are horrible to deal with. Always smoking in the gym, bringing 50 heads around at training. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Frank's definitely the one getting fucked over. He definitely is. You can't deny that. I'm gonna take your side, Jew. I'm gonna take your side. We on Jeff's side. Fuck Blueface. I'm kidding. uh Spacey says 60 years to 300K with this rate of inflation. Oh my gosh, bro. It's gonna be like 300K 60 years from now is gonna be the value of 100K, bro. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna go anywhere. Isn't that basically how it is now, though? It's like 50K 30 years ago. Is that 100K today? Probably. 100K is like nothing today. 100K years ago was quite a bit of money. If we training to fight, lock in, why we still doing hood rat shit? Nah, I feel that. I feel that. It's like still on that street code, but trying to be a boxer. It's like, bro, just be a boxer. Leave the streets behind. Pay the man. Oh, Franklin goes, I got to be honest, Space. Ain't enough dope fighters for that, as if UFC has all the power in that aspect. Or as in UFC has all the power in that aspect. Yeah, the UFC needs more dope fighters to get it up to 300K, to be honest. Tyler Bet says, Allen or Costa? First thought, Tyler Betts, Allen. First thought. Top Tier Hustle says, how many days left, bro? You've been at this shit. Haha. Should we find out right now? Okay, let's oh, what's poppin', Tony Sal? Haven't seen you all night. Good to see you, homie. Ola Soy Chukis 664. What up, homie? Welcome to the chat. Space Guy says, Franklin, you don't see any fighters having 300K potential? Josh Hokett. Not too many right now for me, Space. I know you're asking Franklin, but shit, I'll just chime in. It's just like, who's the Nate Diaz of today? Like, who's the McGregor of today, you know? We don't really got him right. I mean, Ilya, Islam. Okay, Space, you're right. You're right. We being ignorant. You're right, homie. Space Kid, you are right. You're right. You're right. Only a few, though. Only a few. Like, there's probably less than 5. I'd say, like, Alex Pereira, Ilya Topuria, Islam Makhachev. If Nate and Connor were still active in the UFC, I'd say them, too. Or the fights we want, Sean versus Sandhagen has 300K or prob Ilya Islam, yeah. Sean versus Sandhagen. Bro, if that was a bloodbath, then yeah. Morales versus Prates, yep. Nah, you are right, homie. You are right. Good looks. Good looks, Space Kid. Ilya and Islam don't got them punchlines, though. Yeah, off of the skill, though. Off the skill set. I guess Ilya does have some punchlines. Islam doesn't as much. The skills are worth 300K, though, in my mind. You know, them knockouts from Ilya are worth 300K. A Morales versus Prates knockout, okay, 300K. You know? It'd be even more worth 300K if the UFC would promote them. I'll say that. The UFC barely promotes them, bro. It would be more worth 100K if the UFC promoted them. We should be paying these fresh guys UFC money anyway. No, I feel that. I feel that. You know, that's such a hard topic, though, Space Kid, because all as much as I can agree with you, I'll always agree with you when it comes to something like that in the fighter pay. Because something I'm not really saying is, yeah, maybe 300K maybe sounds like a lot. And I know, see, we're having the conversation is kind of complicated because you originally asked and you said, when do you think we'll see fighters getting paid 300K? So I said 60 years from now, right? But if you were to ask, do fighters deserve 300K bonuses now? I would have said yeah. I would have. Because they're so underpaid. And, 300K is still a drop in the bucket. Still a drop in the bucket. So of course they deserve 300K. Even Morales versus Prates fight of the night gets 300K if it delivers. But with all that being said, these fighters don't give a shit about their own pay. You know, they don't give a shit about their own pay. Yeah, like when are you supposed to feel like you made it into the UFC? Like, pretty much, I mean, right away, bro. You made it to the cream of the crop. You should be reaping some of those rewards pretty instantaneously. At least a livable wage. The problem is that UFC fighters don't get paid a livable wage. Ilya's trash talk is kind of just rehearsed Connor lines. A little bit, a little bit. But I liked the Ilya versus Holloway trash talk, Jew. I did like that one. You know, where he's like, "Who's Joe?" Oh, that was too good. It's like the stupid shit that comes out of it. That's why it's like honestly, sometimes fighters are such colorful personalities, bro. It's like I know, I hear what you're saying with the Ilya rehearsed lines, but honestly, you might get a couple Connor rehearsed lines, but you're also gonna get a couple "Who's Joe's" in there, and that shit was a straight meme. It still is a meme to this day. Who's Joe? And I don't even know the whole backstory to the line. I kind of forgot it already. But I know the "Who's Joe" line is hilarious. Who you got? Alvarez versus Buckley. That's what I want to see. Eddie? Oh, Joel? Oh, Joaquin would break Joel Alvarez. He would kill him. And I mean that. Buck's supposed to already be able to bring these top guys in to train with. I know. And pay them. Crazy though, right, Space Kid? Crazy what one loss to Usman kind of does, meaning you get half your check. And you know, all of a sudden things change because you're out for a year, right? So you got half your check, you're out for a year, you get another half check. You know, he might have been decent up until the Usman loss, right? 6 months before the Usman fight anyway, no pay. You know, before that he was sitting on a nice bag in the bank account, but all that's been dwindling down. It's been a year and a half for Joaquin. He's gotten 2 show checks in a year and a half. You know, it's just a crazy game these guys play. How quickly it changes. Does Blue deserve 300K? Fuck no. Sean O'Malley got to be a 300K. I'd agree. And yes, underpaid, of course. If O'Malley flatlined fucking Sanhagen, give him 300K. Yeah. Backstory, same drill, same exact drill. Bro thinks there's an actual Joe. LOL. Ilya's still wondering who the fuck Joe is, and so am I. Who the fuck is Joe? Not fighting for these guys' pay though. That's for them. And Franklin, exactly. That's why it's like it's pointless to talk about their pay. It's like they'll shoot themselves in the foot time and time again. Okay. All right, boys. I chopped it up with you guys for a good 55 minutes. So let's hit this Ariel Helwani topic. Also, it's fight week. You know, UFC or not UFC, MVP Netflix card. You know, I was a big hater on it, but shit, we gonna watch. We're gonna watch, and we're gonna go through some champ rounds clips right now. So you know, let's play this clip from Ariel. Let's play this clip from Ariel. Ariel and Sean Strickland going at it. It's very interesting what Ariel has to say, by the way. So let's just play this and listen. Oh, Shavkat been so inactive. I think Buckley could get him. Not gonna lie, but I want 19-0 Shavkat versus 30-1 Amosov. Nah, Castro, you can't watch that shit. LOL. This right here, Jew. I like Buckley versus Shavkat and Shavkat versus Amosov. Let's take a look at this. Ariel's such a I got my take already. I got my take already. Nah, the MVP card. Oh, yeah, I know. We're gonna turn it off after Ronda Rousey. We're gonna be like, all right, main event over. Turning off the stream after Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry. Best believe that, Jew. Best believe that. Unless the viewership is just crazy, but it probably won't be. I know though, right? I know. I'm kind of conflicted. Kind of conflicted. It's like everybody gonna be talking about it anyway. Do I need to watch it just to have my opinions? We'll see. All right, Ariel, 6 minutes, 30 seconds of just going after Sean Strickland because, he said the fight was promotion. It wasn't a real beef. Everyone bitching and moaning about this. So let's see it.
Some sort of way about this. I feel actually quite strongly about this, and I couldn't wait for today's show to talk about it.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago when he did that media day at the PI and Johnny Eblin's off to the side, and that's like when he really like cranked it up.
Yeah.
All that stuff that he was saying about, he was saying about Hamzat, and that's when the gun comment came out and all that. We had a whole discussion. Is it too far? Is it not? And my stance was, yeah, this feels like it's a little bit too far. Like, we can't be talking about guns and all this stuff. Then we got to the next step, which was him tweeting on the Friday, like 8 days before the fight, like, I'll be leaving in handcuffs. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z to this guy. And then I brought up on Monday of last week, like, does this guy want to fight? What's going on here? Like, this feels self-inflicted. You're about to be locked in a cage with this man. Stop threatening that you're going to beat him up before the fight. Just beat him up in the fight. You know what I mean? And I won't lie. For the first time in a very long time, I was there at 5 p.m. on Thursday waiting for that press conference to start. And that's a credit to him. Whether I agreed, whether I liked it, whether I did, I wanted to see what was going to happen. Yeah. I was there waiting, and I saw it go from like 20K live views to 150K live views, and I think it like topped out at like 180, 190.
No, I saw it peaked at like 220K. It was the biggest
Absurd.
since Khabib versus McGregor, live view-wise.
I just wanted to say this because I thought this when I was just watching it, and it's got nothing to do with what he's saying yet. It's just like, look at this little, it's just like, oh my gosh. Why the fuck are these guys talking about MMA? Why the fuck are they talking about our sport? I'm profiling a little bit, but it's just like, just look at the optics of this little circle. Ariel, how the fuck did he even get here? How the fuck? These guys talk about our sport. And should I just give my take now? We're not even through this. It's just like I'm just dying to give my take. Let's keep watching it.
I can't remember the last time I did that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't remember the last time I did that. And as I was watching it, and I texted it to you guys, I said, look, I got to give this guy credit. He is standing up there saying insane, vile shit about Muslim people, about Hamzat, about his family, about people he's associated with, about some people.
I just have to say again, it's like Ariel looks, the guy's so weird. Like Franklin said, Ariel, worst version of cancer. Cancer is goated, but this guy's a complete weirdo. It's like, I don't know, the way Ariel views the fighters and humans, I can't tell if he views fighters separate from humans. I honestly don't know. Maybe the way he views fighters is how he views all humans. But like, just hear him speaking. Like, oh, I actually gave Sean credit. Like he was going after family and Muslims and blah, blah, blah. I gave him credit. It's like, I don't know. Ariel comes from like, he watches everything from like the highest mountaintop possible. Like, I don't know. I was just watching it, enjoying it. Like, what am I supposed to give Sean credit for? Like, what are you even talking about? You think I'm sitting there watching Sean talk shit to Hamzat, being like, I give him credit. It's like, it's what I'm trying to say is it's condescending. It's a bit condescending, like minimizing. Like, who are you? You're not the credit hander outer. You don't hand out the credit. But it's just weird to me. Just weird to me how he views fighters and how he speaks about them. It's like they're just video game characters in a movie or something. I don't even know.
People who have, checkered backgrounds, to be kind.
Yeah.
About his mom, about his country. And he's not just saying it, he's saying it with his fucking chest. Like, he's saying it from here, and he's standing up. Like, if someone wanted to do something to him, he was right there.
Another weird thing, like, yeah, giving Sean his props. Like, what are you talking about? Props for talking shit. Like, what? Like, I just don't know. It's just a weird way to speak about people. Giving Sean his props. The pressers have been boring as fuck for a while now. Yeah. They have been boring. I don't think Ariel is giving him props like that, though. I think it's a condescending thing. I think it's a minimizing thing. And I almost know it is. But Ariel's saying, like, he's standing up. He's standing up, and someone could do something to him if he wants to. But even how he explains it, he's saying it from his chest. It's like, I don't know.
Like, he's saying it from here, and he's standing up. Like, if someone wanted to do something to him, he was right there, right? And I said to him, and I even said this on...
Like, grounds for shooting him? Grounds for shooting him. Ariel is just so weird. Why would you put that in the air, bro? He's basically trying to say without saying it, and this is why I think Ariel's such a little clever, crafty motherfucker. Because he's basically saying Sean Strickland was saying things that could get him killed. And that's why I give him credit. Because he was risking his life on that stage. He was standing up and saying it. People could have done something to him. And then he's also painting, who was he talking shit on? He's talking shit on Hamzat's people. And then it's just funny that Ariel's going to say that, speaking about that type of people can get you killed. I know. And Drew says, Ariel, we liked the thing Sean said. He's nowhere near getting assassinated. It's just crazy. But again, I don't know. It's like, is he trying to, like, paint a picture of Muslims that, like, Sean was saying really horrific things about the wrong type of people. Don't say things about these people. They'll kill you. Like, I think that is what he's trying to say. I think there's a lot of passive aggression. I think that Ariel really works out these takes before he comes on air and says them. And I think that's why it almost comes across like inhuman, if you will, because he's like writing down these thoughts as if it's like, it's not written down thoughts is not the same as a conversation. And he tries to almost make it seem like, oh, we're just having a conversation here. But I feel like he's reciting bullet points. But yeah, talking about, he's standing up, he could get shot. I mean, crazy. What if Sean was, let me put it like this. Let me give the opposite take. What if Sean had been talking about Jews all week? Would Ariel have given him credit? Would Ariel have suggested that he could have been killed and shot? By the way, where was Ariel born? New York, right? Why does he care so much about Israel? Not even the same country, because in the US, let's say, oh, my family's from Hawaii, but I was still born in the US. So, I mean, I have a more tie to Hawaii being born in the US than this fucker does to Israel. That's what I got to say. Just a little side note about that, but it's like this fucker constantly thinks he's like born and raised in Israel. Bro, you weren't even born in the same fucking country, like, whatsoever. He's a Canadian. No, he's born in Canada, right? All right, peace out, Tony M. Have a good night, homie. Thanks for tuning in as always. But Ariel's a Canadian. He's such a fake American. On B team. Muslims don't run nothing cut on B team. This America. Right. If anything, give Hokit props. Alex could have got him right there. That is true. Tyler Best says, gotta side with Big Ariel on this one. Oh my God, Big? Thought Ariel was just referencing Sean saying he'll shoot Chimaev and his crew. No, I don't think that's what he's referencing. Canadian LMFAO. Well, I just heard NYC is basically Israel owned. Guy went from Canada to New York. Logan Paul was right. Ariel is D1 Glazer. Let's keep listening.
Online, I thought he won that press conference. I thought he got under Khamzat's skin. I thought Khamzat seemed rattled for the first time. It seemed in
The old if you guys know the no jumper lore, Lush is real good at this. You know, this is an old trick by the Lush one. You know, Lush Uno. We compliment them before we diss them. We bring them up just to bring them down. You feel me? That's what Ariel and Lush one love to do. We bring him up just to bring him down. So he's giving out compliments now, right? But it's just so fake because it's just to set up what he really wants to say. That's all it is. Connor still said worse, and he loves that promo.
the build-up, like Khamzat was just laughing it off, sort of in this maniacal way. But in that moment, it felt like he had got under his skin, that he had somewhat like irked him to the point that he was like acting out of character, broken. I don't know. And then, of course, we see in the face-off, he kicks him in what appears to be like the groin,
Sure was, yeah.
like balls region, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what Sean was saying at that press conference was crossing the line. What Khamzat did was dirty.
Yeah.
You can't kick a guy that you're about to fight in the balls before. But he was so emotional, he was so upset that he was led to doing that. And so I said, you know what? I think that Sean won that, and credit to him, he stood there and he, as they say, stood on business, right? He did not backtrack at all. Face to face with this guy, he did not backtrack. He even went online afterwards. Great. Weigh in, gets on the microphone. This guy's a coward. He didn't make weight, those scale, all that. He is standing on business, right? You get to the fight. You've got the Lewis Tyson thing, right?
Yep.
Lewis Tyson scene. It's security in the cage. How many times has that happened in the UFC?
It's
Maybe
rare.
once, twice, something like that. Anticipation, all-time high, building up. Holy shit. I don't care that they touch gloves. I really don't.
Yeah.
That to me meant nothing. All right, let's fucking go. That's the way I took it. Let's fucking go. You didn't just talk about your opponent and say he sucks, I hate him, he's this, that, and the other. You talked about his religion. You talked about his mom. You talked about his family. You win that fight and tell the world that was all for show, that was all for promotion. That is the biggest bunch of bullshit that I've ever heard. That is fraud. That is cowardly shit.
I don't want to pause it too much, but it's just like, bro, who are you to tell this guy how he feels? Who the fuck are you to tell this guy how he feels? You want him to still be mad or something? You want him and Khamzat to still be beefing? Like, he got over it. You want, like, what's wrong? It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me.
I have always said that, and Sean's a big boy, and I think he can handle this. You cannot do what he did and say what he did in the build-up to that fight and then tell us seconds after the fight is over, I was just trying to sell the fight.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You cannot walk that back.
It wasn't, I was just trying to sell the fight. He was oh my gosh, bro. Let me give it to you guys real simple. Okay, let me give it to you guys real simple. You about to hear something. Listen the fuck up. In this world, there are two types of men. You got your beta male and you got your alpha male. All right? Both men don't know shit about the other because they're so opposite. You know, beta males could not even understand a fraction of an alpha male's life. You know what I mean? Because by definition, he a fucking beta male. He the exact opposite. Everything that he experiences, everything he does is the exact opposite of an alpha male. You feel me? Down to the exchanges they have with other humans. All right? Alpha males get treated a lot different than beta males. You guys should all know that by now. Okay, so pretty much what I'm getting to is that Ariel's an alpha male, or Ariel's a beta male speaking about two alpha males. You got a beta male speaking about two alpha males. No wonder he doesn't fucking get it, bro. He could never understand it. Never in life. They're so different. For example, he's talking about all this trash talk. He's a beta male. Sean Strickland, an alpha male. Sean Strickland's the one who knows how to trash talk. Sean Strickland's the one who knows how to pop his shit and he'll stand on business if he needs to. That's not Ariel. That is not Ariel. Whatever type of shit talking Ariel does is cowardice anyway, because he couldn't even back it up if he wanted to. You know? He got to rely on, oh, you can't touch me. You can't touch me. And that's something that a lot of beta males like to operate on. But you know what alpha males do? They don't even operate on that shit whatsoever. They don't even make that excuse for themselves. You know, they would stand on it because they fucking said it. And that's just a difference. And so when Sean Strickland talks about, oh, I just ended a 25-minute fucking war with Hamzat, 25-minute war with Hamzat. Yeah, there was a lot of animosity going into it. I talked a lot of shit, you know, because I'm an alpha male, you know, because I was about to go to war, right? 25 minutes goes down, we squash it. You know, I'm enlightened a little bit. I'm feeling better. I don't have as much animosity because we just fought it out. We literally just fought it out. We talked all that shit so we could fight, you know? And Ariel wants to say, you can't do that. You can't feel that way. You can't squash the beef after you fight for 25 minutes. You got to live with it forever. Who the fuck are you to say that? Who the fuck are you to say it? But again, it makes sense. It makes sense. This dude doesn't understand shit about fighting. And that's why to start this off, I was like, I can't believe this guy even talks about it. You know? Like, how the fuck did we get ourselves in these positions where we got all these pipsqueaks talking about fighting? You know, I'll give Luke Thomas a little bit of credit because Luke Thomas, I feel like I'm the second coming of Luke Thomas, to be honest with you guys. You know, Luke Thomas is one of the only journalists who's not a fucking beta male pipsqueak. All right. And he actually, you know, has good breakdowns, good understandings of the game. Better technical breakdowns than a lot of people. Right? Definitely better than Ariel. Luke Thomas has said this for years. You know, why the fuck do these journalists, they're fat, you know, they're pipsqueaks, and they're covering this sport. It just doesn't work. And this is why. Because you get Ariel doing shit like this. It just doesn't work. They just don't understand it, bro. Let me tell you another one. Let's go with another one. Okay, you a beta male, right? You probably call it gay when a guy has his shirt off because you a beta male. It makes you feel terrible when an alpha male got his shirt off. So it's gay to you. You're just gonna make it gay, minimize it, right? But let's go ahead and say you an alpha male. Another alpha male got his shirt off. You gonna call him gay? Probably not. Probably just gonna be, oh, respect. Homie put in work, you know? But what the beta male gonna say? Oh, he a dummy. He a dummy. He probably just a jock. You know what I mean? He a dummy. He a meathead. You know, you know it all the time. You can tell it. That's what I'm saying. They're two different fucking people. Two different people, and we will never understand the opposite side. I will never understand a beta male's perspective. You know? And a beta male's never gonna understand an alpha male's perspective. But who you think created the term meatheads? Alpha males or beta males? Two men in this world, boys. Choose who you will be. Why Gaethje's face looked like that in the UFC White House fight kit promo? Bro, it's like, fuck the fight kits in general, bro. Why the fuck do we even post about that? Kid says, bro, the way you break shit down makes hella sense. It's why Ariel doesn't understand, bro. He can't allow Sean to be cool with Hamzat after that. Who gives a fuck, bro? You want them to still be beefing. It's just weird. Guarantee you, you know, anyone who's been in a fight before, you know, it's respect after, bro. Luke is hacked out in the ass. Damn, AJD. Franklin says, space, it's great. LMAO. Love my cancer roommate, July 13th. Shout out to all the cancers worldwide. Luke is woke as fuck, though. I mean, Luke, I love Luke and I hate Luke. So, you know, I'm both with Luke. I don't like when Luke uses big words I don't understand. And I feel like he does it intentionally. Did think Luke was woke, though. LOL. T-Bets, B-Day, by the way. Both sides practically woke. Castro always breaks shit down good. That's why I like this channel. I just can't with Ariel. And I know. Shout out to Jew. I think I chose Meathead. Shout out to Space Kid. Franklin says, the whole take your vaccine or else that woke up a giant in me. Oh, me too. And then come to find out there's fucking the most poisonous toxin in it, mercury. Ariel is Sigma. Fight kit looks like soccer kits or Team USA. It's just so lame. It's so fake and lame, you know? Just glazing it up because Venom's a sponsor of the UFC. It's so fake and lame. They don't glaze it up because it's actually cool, you know? They just glaze it up because it's another fight kit. It's gay. Okay, let's keep watching.
That's family. You called his mother a whore. You called his religion awful things. That doesn't go away. I'm sorry. And all that tells me
Says who, Ariel? Says your fucking bitch ass?
is you're not who you say you are. And I thought on Thursday and Friday, he is exactly who he says he is because he stood there and said it all from his chest. I always said Matt Serra versus Matt Hughes, the culmination of that feud was the most disappointing thing of all time. Those two guys hated each other. And at the very end, they hugged it out and said, we're all good. Remember the build up to that?
Oh, yeah.
It was venomous. They hated each other. They were bitter, bitter, bitter rivals. And I thought it was so weak that they did that. You think Conor and Khabib are ever doing that? Ever. No. Till the end of time. You think Jones and DC are ever doing that? Never. And these two guys went back and forth and took this sport and their fight into the gutter. And then afterwards, we're doing the kumbaya thing, putting the belt. No. And then you tell me afterwards, you share the cage with someone, 25 minutes. Excuse me, that wasn't your debut. You know what that feeling is like. You know what that phenomenon is like, sharing the cage with another human being. You know what happens, and yet you still spoke about him that way. So what I'm trying to say is, if you know what happens when you share the cage with someone for 25 minutes, you know that you're going to feel some sort of way about them in the aftermath.
Kinship
yes.
sorts, yeah.
Don't tell me that, something came on you and afterwards you respected this man. No, you don't respect this man because you said all that stuff. Either you're lying about everything you said, but you took us to a very dark, deep, disgusting place. And you know what? Fine. That's how you feel. And then you tell us in the immediate aftermath, I didn't mean any of that. I apologize, guys. Guess what? When Conor McGregor won the belt at Madison Square Garden, he apologized to nobody. You know what I mean? And this dude is apologizing for all of that 48 hours later. You don't get to say that about someone's religion and parents and mom and then apologize. I felt that was so weak. I felt that was so disappointing. Look, I have nothing against Sean. I like Sean. In fact, I told his team long before all this, I think Sean and I have some things in common.
0.
That was BS.
Okay.
That was disappointing.
I already pretty much said what I got to say. He makes a big deal out of nothing, bro. At the end of the day, to keep it even more simple, first of all, just because DC and Conor did their things their way, it doesn't mean that that's the only way to do it. There is definitely room for what Sean talks about. He scrapped homie for 25 minutes. He wants to let it go. He wants to let go of the hatred in his heart. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that? It makes no sense to me. Oh, DC and John Jones are still beefing. So you can't make up with Hamza until John Jones and DC make up first. The fuck? Yeah, that's their prerogative. It's everybody's prerogative. There's not a one size fits all with beef in the fight game. Some people forgive, some people don't. It just is what it is. Keep in mind, DC and Jones are two fucking Americans. Hamza and Sean, it's like, bro, Hamza didn't get half the shit Sean probably said. That was a dope Conor moment, not gonna lie. I thought that Sean was gonna steal that same line at first. Ariel act like he'd been there before. And then Sean called his mom a whore and stuff. I mean, did he? Did he really? I don't even remember. Anyway, Sean responded to Ariel. And this is what Sean said. Damn, shout out Dundaughter gifting 5 Membies. My man, thank you, homie. Shit, Tyler Betts is one of the luckiest motherfuckers out. Tyler Betts just got another free member. Shout out to Tyler Betts. You locked in, homie. You back. Hey, Daughter, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Thank you for all your support, Daughter. Tyler Betts wasting no time dropping that shit. Dropping the fucking Brady of all. I'm getting rid of the Brady emoji by tomorrow. Use it up while you can. It's going. Tyler stating good. That fucking Brady emoji is gone tomorrow. Okay, so Sean responded to Ariel. And he said, "This is why I don't do media with him. You are a leech who I've never respected. The moment I met this man, I knew his quality. End of the day, the hatred between was real. What he said about me was wrong. What I said about him was wrong. This is what hate and anger does to people, and it still might be there. But we earned each other's respect through blood, and I would never expect a man of his quality to understand that. You are and will always be a pathetic MMA leech who has done nothing besides criticizing men who are better than yourself." And then he goes, "He personally thanked me once for standing up for Israel during the 7th attacks. I stand by that. Over the course of it, my views dramatically changed. It went from hostage rescue to collective punishment aimed at women and children. I would say without a doubt that the AIPAC joke may have rubbed him the wrong way from how much he said, quote unquote, Israel support mattered to him." That's why I ask. I'm like, Israel support matters to Ariel? He's not even fucking born there. So again, you are a weak man who I will continue to avoid. I would say too that Ariel just like how do I put it, bro? This is something that nobody's gonna admit, right? But I'm just telling you guys the case. It's like Ariel doesn't like Sean because Sean says things that are raunchy and Ariel's a beta male and he just doesn't like it. It makes him feel super uncomfortable. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, that's fine. But I know some of you guys get it. Off rip, before this fight even took place, Ariel doesn't like Sean. You know, Ariel doesn't like Sean. The stuff Sean says, Ariel finds cringe and, harsh and vulgar. He doesn't have the ability to hear it and be like, oh, yeah, it's like, I don't know. Why you got to judge all the time? Why you got to judge all the time? It's the fight game. These are fighters and you're going to judge them in the heat of the moment. It's just weird. But I'm telling you, Ariel doesn't like Sean because of how he is and who he is and what he says. He actually judges him for what he says and shit. And think about it like this. Who also gets hated on for who he said, for what he says and what he thinks? Ariel, right? Ariel gets hated on for what he says and what he thinks. But who's more universally loved? Right? So let's put it like that. Ariel gets hated on for what he says, what he thinks. Sean also gets hated on, in particular, right now we're speaking about by Ariel for what he says and what he thinks. Right? But who's more universally loved? Sean Strickland, bro. Because Ariel just a fucking goofball. And he don't got no leg to stand on. All of his morals and principles are just fucking washed anyway. So, Ariel being like, Ariel hasn't really admitted this, but I'm just telling you guys, like, Ariel's like, I don't like Sean. He's vulgar. I'm a prude. He's vulgar. I'm a prude. And it's like, oh yeah, you're a prude, right? And this vulgar ass dude, right? This vulgar ass dude is more universally loved than you. Maybe you're the problem. Vulgar ass dude, more universally loved than you. Maybe he just speak the truth. And again, it's not to say that everything's bad, but it's like, I'll take one thing that Sean says that's the truth over dissing Hamzat's mom and calling her a whore. I don't give a fuck. That's why I say I'm not really a prude. Call Hamzat's mom a whore. I don't care. Could care fucking less, bro. Call out, Jim West, Aspen Ladd's coach. You got a fucking fan for life. You could call all the mamas whores if you wanted to. Because I'll take that one statement and be like, that's your true fucking character. That's it right there. Calling the mama whore. Who cares? Who cares? Relax, guy. Fucking relax, guy. But yeah, Ariel never fucking came up with a take like Sean in his life. Bloodhound, I want to say thank you for sending all these gifts, homie. Thank you very much, my brother. I can see them all coming, and thank you very much, Bloodhound. You sent like 5 donos, so thank you. Space Kid still dropping. Thank you, Space Kid. Ariel just pissed at Sean's Jewish comment he made on post-fight press conference. I guess, but it's like, bro, it's not even that bad of a joke. Like, why would you be so butthurt over that? You know? You guys really want me to explain to you the joke because a lot of people don't get the joke? The joke is that APAC is owned by Jews, right? So, in theory, the members of APAC are Jewish. Sean said, "Oh my God, look at my face. My nose is swollen. I look like I'm a member of APAC." It's just a complicated way of saying I look like a Jew. There's no difference between Sean saying I look like a member of APAC and I look like a Jew. There's no difference in that. There's no difference in that. But it's like I saw Paramount Plus censored it. Apparently Ariel's pissed about it. You can't say Jews got big noses in a funny fucking way. That's so stupid. Who cares? It's true. That's why they get a surgery. My brother's sister, not my brother's sister, but oh my God, now people are going to be like, you're Jewish. My friend's sister got a nose surgery and she's Jewish. My friend who doesn't have a nose surgery, his nose looks like he a part of APAC too. The fuck? Who cares? If that is why. If that is why. And that's not me responding to you, Tyler Betts. That's me responding to Ariel. Ariel is the exact definition of a Zionist. That's what I've been told several times. Manny Maron says, "What's popping? It's been a while." Has it really, Manny? I feel like I seen you recently. I'm just chilling, homie. Just chilling. I'm definitely taking over 135 if I can come back. Was 45/55er all my life, but by 35 is my actual sweet spot. Come to find out, was 210 at one point. Damn, Franklin. From 35 up to 210, okay. If you cut down to 45, you're going to be shredded. What up, AJD? I see you in here, homie. Me and O'Malley is the GOAT. He'll take the fight. Shit, Franklin versus O'Malley at 35. Bloodhound, thank you again for the jewels. Oh, Manny says, what happened to your boy, Buckley? It looked exactly like the Usman fight. But we talked about this so many times. It's fine. Manny, you got to watch last night's stream. I mean, I could tell you, but I'd rather you just ask me a question. Like the what happened to your boy? It's probably just, you want me just to move right past it or something? Or if you have I don't mind talking about Joaquin. If you got something of substance you want to ask me, I don't mind answering it. But if you're asking me what happened to my boy, he lost, right? He lost. I have said he probably needs to work on the grappling, you know. Took his word for it before, but I would say that he probably got to work on it more now. I also said, Manny, if you want my take, motherfucker. My other big take about Joaquin is that, to be honest, he looked a little bit clunky on the feet, and I think that was a result of his lack of takedown defense. I think that maybe not a fear, but a worry of getting taken down and overthinking it, right? Getting taken down and defending it. I think it actually made his stand-up look clunky. Unlike Sean, unlike Josh Van in the co-main and the main. So that's one of my bigger things for Joaquin is like, if anything else, homie, let's get you better wrestling so that it doesn't make your striking look so it doesn't make your striking look clunky, because it did. It did look clunky. KOing O'Malley bad. That's the most mild thing Sean said. LOL. Franklin says, we're dropping more tomorrow. I'm getting pissed. Shout out to Franklin, my man. My man. Franklin, you shocked me today though. You shocked me today. When I was like looking at the YouTube stats, I see $125 dono coming from Franklin, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I like check it again, and I'm like, another one? Another one, Franklin? Damn. I had to send him a sincere. I was like, thank you, homie. You are too kind. You are too fucking kind. You are, Franklin. You are too kind, homie. Space says, damn, they got to Perry. Talibet says Perry Punchberg. It's like there's no way I could ever be Jewish. Just off the looks. You guys know I'm not fucking Jewish. But I can't believe I just my brother's Jewish is crazy. Uh Franklin, I'm the only October 24th with Rage though. O'Malley, no Gastelum, no Volkov, no. Oh, October 24th is like a. Oh, can you give me the Zodiac for October 24th? Franklin, I want to hear your Zodiac. Can you give me the breakdown? I'm intrigued. October babies have rage or what? I know some October babies. That would be spot on. October babies, I mean, shit, you could play with them if you want to. Already 140 now with this Ilistomy. Just need this reversal. Tyler Betts dropping the Sean Brady emojis. Capricorn. Nah, damn. Space Kid says Perry's really carrying the MMA community right now. I am. I am. I definitely carry this shit. Okay, but as I'm saying I'm carrying it, I think I'm probably gonna dip. 13 likes is crazy, you motherfuckers. 13 likes is crazy. Remember what I said to start this fucking stream. If you're in here every night and you don't hit that like button, you're about to make me crash out. What's your thoughts on Franklin Kramer versus O'Malley? I feel like Franklin's wrestling might be too much for Sean. But Sean could get a KO though. I feel like it's a close matchup. Space Kiss is wow 13. See what hey Space Kid, do you see what I mean though? Do you see what I mean? There's about like 13 who are like my real diehards, it seems, and then like the rest are just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who liked the stream or didn't like the stream, but you know who you are right now, and I'm talking directly to you. You ain't a real one. If you in here every day and you haven't liked the stream, who are you? Who are you? You got me showing you fake love and shit or what? Why you want fake love from me if you don't even want to show it? Like the fucking stream. Bitch ass. That's what I gotta say. That's the most crashing out I'll do. But it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what I say to the people who don't like the stream because, you know what I mean? They won't be here. They are the fickle folk. They are the fickle folk. I think Franklin probably got a chin on him because he was 210. So O'Malley ain't gonna do shit, but Franklin could get weight drained, Manny. Franklin could get weight drained. All right, Jew, no worries. You a real one, Jew. I ain't ever tripping on you, Jew. Ain't ever tripping. Franklin, he was a big boy. He probably got a chin, but if he cuts too much weight, you know what I mean? He could get chinned. Does Tommy Gunn have potential to main event a card at some point? He's only made his debut, Tyler Betts, so we can't even speak about main eventing anything yet, to be honest with you. But what I can say, Tyler Betts, is that he looked amazing in his debut. Or I won't say he looked amazing. He actually looked pretty trash until he didn't. He looked pretty trash until he didn't, if I can keep it a buck. Leaning over his front foot a lot. Yeah. We can't talk about a main event. He's only got one fight, but he got a good finish. He started off the fight looking like shit, and then he momentumed and he got the dub, and he looked really good doing it. Got the finish too. So I'm not trying to diss on Tommy at all. Shout out Tyler Betts says, fuck the non-membies. That's too good. I guess you can say that now, Tyler Betts. F the non-membies. Space says, I wonder who the fuck watches and don't comment. LOL. That used to be me. Yeah, you just got to dip your feet in the pool. You know, dip your feet in the pool. Ain't nothing to be scared about. I'm a nice guy. I answer all the questions. I just get a little bit heated when my fucking supporters don't be supporting me like they're supposed to. You know, that's all. Let's just get a little bit heated. I want that real love. You know, I want that real unconditional love from you boys. And I just get heated if I don't got that. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? To be honest, I think I said this before, but I'll say it again. I'll say it again. It's like I just like real love. I like the real love. I do not like it if somebody fucks with me for anything other than off the strength. You know? Like oftentimes I hit the gym looking like a straight piece of shit. You know, a straight piece of shit. It's like judge me if you want. Judge me if you want. Judge the book by its cover. I don't know how I got onto that topic. It's the same thing as like the face tattoo thing. You know, people who are going to judge you because you got a face tattoo, they're not going to come around you. It's like, good. That's why I got the face tattoo. And I say all that to say, I just like the real love. I like the real love. I like the, you know, the real ones who are not going to judge me if I got a face tattoo. You're still going to approach me anyway. That's what I like. I could look like a piece of shit in the gym. You're not going to judge me till you get to know me. That's what I like. Franklin, July 14th. Oh, wait, let me read Franklin's Zodiac thing real quick. Franklin goes, October 24th, passionate, trustworthy, dependable, bold, resolute, confident, enterprising. Okay. Passionate, trustworthy, dependable, bold, resolute, confident, enterprising. Those are good ones. Those are good ones. I would say I like the most out of that one, resolute. Resolute is solid. I'm assuming that means you strive for resolutions. Okay, July 14th, that's me. Franklin's giving me my Zodiac. July 14th, nurturing, rational, focused, smart, intuitive, sociable, realistic. Oh, shit. We just hit the nail on the head. The only thing we're missing is resolute, because I think I'm resolute too. But that's pretty good. Nurturing, rational, focused, smart, intuitive, sociable, and realistic. Shit, I'm REAG. Or REIG. Real as it gets. I'm real as it gets. Oh no, 210 was my max weight at younger age. I'm a complete lightweight and get stronger and can take a hit better than lighter, I guess. Okay. I got you, Franklin. So the chin is strong. The chin is strong. Franklin talks like a gangster, but checks out zodiac signs. This shit frying me. Gang signs on one hand, animal balloon on the other. Oh my god. Yeah, why do men do that? Men do chalk up zodiac signs to be like, you know, soft. Men do that. Men do that. It's like a macho man's instinct. It's like I don't buy that. I don't believe in that. I feel like I've been like that too. Franklin says, "Man, I'm a nice guy, but super cutthroat. 40-year-old, been here a while." Franklin got more experience than most of the chat in his pinky. That's what he's trying to say. Franklin saying, "I got more life experience than 90% of you in my pinky." I actually just heard that from a TV show today. I was watching some like a reality TV show on Netflix. What's July 8th? Oh shit, Julu or Julu. Jew, you July 8th? We only 6 days apart, homie. What's for September 11th? That's crazy. Just Google Resolute, you suffice. Well, thank you, Franklin. Anyone watch the show on Netflix? Okay, I'm done with everything. I'm done with everything. I got nothing else for you. Now I'm just gonna ask you something I was watching today. It's actually kind of good. I'm not much of a Love Island guy. You know what I mean? Like those love shows and shit like that. And I'm not gonna recommend that to you. But there is like you know, it's kind of like that style of show, but it's not involving fucking love and shit. It's called $1 Million Secret. Anybody seen that on Netflix? July 8th is Ariel LOL. Oh fuck. He the bad representation for cancers. But nah, on Netflix there's $1 Million Secret. It's a dope show, dope strategy to it too. I would check it out. $1 Million Secret. Oh shit. Tyler Betts with the golden question of the night. Myra Buena Silva, Wei Lee, Clarissa Shields, wife, baby mama, side piece, pick. Okay. All right. You ready for this one, Tyler Betts? I got you. You ready for this one? Oof. Yikes. This is terrible. Wife, baby mama, side piece. It's like, bro, I don't want Clarissa to be any of the three. But okay, I guess I gotta go. Clarissa's gonna be my baby mama because I cannot ever fuck her. You know, and obviously you gotta fuck her one time. But you know, side piece, meaning like multiple times, hell the fuck no. Clarissa's the baby mama. Whaley, I'm marrying. I'm marrying my Asian baddie, Whaley. 100,000% I'm marrying Whaley. And then side piece is Myra Buena Silva. You know. But I want to pass on Whaley's genes to my babies. We're gonna have some Chinese babies, me and Whaley. I told you guys I'm Chinese. So I mean, I'm wifing up Whaley and we having some Chinese babies. Some Chinese Hawaiian white babies. That's what we're doing. Myra Buena, we're just mixing it up even more. You know, I don't need to add Brazilian to my equation. So that's why I chose Myra as my side piece because we will not be procreating, you know. But I wanna have a couple Asian babies with Wei Li or Chinese babies to be specific. We're gonna have a couple Chinese babies with my girl Wei Li. uh, uh, that's too good. I'm clapping for myself. Literally clapping for myself. Let's see what you guys got to say. Tyler Betts is dead. Juice or Franklin says, "Oh wait." Juice says, "LOL, damn, bro, I did not want to share the same birthday as him." Wait, Jew, are you July 8th too? Damn, so Jew and Ariel are July 8th. That's crazy. Jew and Ariel got the same birthday. Me and Connor got the same birthday. Franklin says September 11th is disciplined, knowledgeable, focused, bright, confident, determined, and peaceful. How about destructive? Oof. Oof. That's a bad joke or what? Myra, the side piece. Yes. Myra would be my side piece for sure. Deshaun says, bro, why are people coping saying Lakers lost because Luka Doncic was out? Like fighters fight injured all the time. Why don't these dudes making millions just play basketball injured? Oof. It's past my knowledge, Deshaun. I could ball. I could actually ball pretty good. I could ball pretty good. Like pretty fucking good. I'm a baller. I would call myself a baller. But I don't watch basketball that much. I can open see that though, bro. You can see that, Space Kid? Me and Wei Li having a couple Chinese babies. It ain't that far off. Crazy how Franklin had that info on hand. Franklin just like taps into the Zodiac book real quick. August 13th, such a doll. Space Kid says should have added Nina to the mix. Nina would have been terrible, bro. Nina would have been the same thing. She would have been the baby mama. It's like, I can't deal with you. Get the fuck out. Rumor has it Connor's fighting Marab. Whaley Adal, most August B-days aren't that humble. August 13th, the rare B-day in that month. Shit, if she Adal, it's perfect. That's perfect for me, Franklin. When you said you didn't want Clarissa as any of the three, I was dying, LOL. Honestly, I don't want Clarissa as any of the fucking three. I used to think she was bad, but I don't know anymore. Yeah, I'm good on Clarissa, bro. I'm good. Honestly, I think she's like, no offense to Clarissa. I don't want to be rude, but it's like, I think Clarissa, I'll say it in a nice way. Clarissa would be prettier if she lost a little bit of weight. You know, I think she is pretty. I just think she's a bit overweight right now. But she's gonna be, I'm thick, you know, I'm thick. You know, I'm a thick bitch. I'm a thick baddie, you know. I ain't no skin and bones. It's like, you could keep saying that. Keep saying that all you want. I still think you'd be prettier if you lost a few pounds. No hate. Okay. That's going to be the stream, though, boys. That's going to be the stream. Shout out to everybody watching. Like I said, guys, I appreciate the support. I know that I've been gaslighting a little bit, but it's just because a couple people came in and pissed me off. So I'm going to try to not be jaded. You feel me? And I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all you guys at the end of the day. I really do. But I'll just say, you know, shit. The feelings got a little hurt. You know, the feelings got a little hurt when I got some day ones coming at me about Bucks. So my bad. My bad. Didn't mean to gaslight. I love you all. But I will say, you know, I will notice, you know, who the real supporters are and who aren't. So at the end of the day, that's all I got to say. Peace out, boys. Peace out.